Yes, I know the audio sucked in the last video. Well, let's make it up with this one. I hope you guys could hear me loud and clear with this one. Let me just say thanks for 500 subscribers. Yes, 500 subscribers. You guys are showing me love and I appreciate it. But enough of all of that. Could somebody tell me why Usher is standing outside of Sony's building singing this? It seems like Sony cannot catch a break. In addition to that, it seems like Sony would have been caught in another lie. Do you all remember the groundbreaking sales that Spider-Man had? 2.5 million in 24 hours? Well,
no, the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
And while Sony is burning, Microsoft is promoting, because there has just been some promotions at Microsoft at Xbox, and guess what? Xbox is really compiling a dream team to bring Xbox into the new era. Let's talk about it.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. Could somebody tell me what is going on with Sony? I know ponies don't want to face this news, but they have to face it. There are layoffs galore. What, you don't believe me? Look at this. PlayStation lays off Hit Dreams developer Media Molecule. Up to 20% staff reportedly lost. That's crazy. Look at this. PlayStation's Visual Arts is the latest game company hit by layoffs. Look at this. Longtime PlayStation producer Connie Booth has reportedly left Sony. Let's listen to a rumor, but most likely this is true, because it just can't be a coincidence. All these layoffs are happening right after Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard and right after Jim Ryan, the head, has left. Look at this.
Was fired. She was not let go. She didn't retire. She didn't quit. She was fired. There was apparently almost no notice, no advance warning. It just kind of happened. I won't give you the direct quote, but apparently, if you look at Alan Becker, right? Alan Becker was given till Friday. He got a call earlier in the week. He used to run Sony Japan. And it's like, your last day is Friday. Apparently, Sean Layden was literally escorted out of the building. Like, that was faster than Connie and Alan. She was in between, right? So maybe she had a day, maybe. But she was fired, which is crazy. What this individual is saying inside of Sony is that Jim Ryan was convinced, as we know, that games as a service was the future. Everybody's making games as a service, right? So he told the studios to start making them. And obviously that wasn't, as you would imagine, taken in with a lot of love from the studios that had come up making, single player cinematic games and narrative and focus on fidelity of visual and all that stuff. And so apparently this made a lot of the studios very unhappy. Apparently when the Naughty Dog game was canceled, that was kind of a bridge too far for a lot of people. A lot of the studios, they got very upset that the game had been canceled and very upset that they were, or at least some of them were, being forced to make these sorts of games. And according to this source, which is, doesn't matter, all of this somehow was blamed on Connie, which, nobody can quite figure out how this was Connie's fault, especially.
Now, if this is true, what kind of company is Sony? After you have someone who would have dedicated their life, who would have made the company so much money over all the years, that is how you get rid of a person like that? That's why I don't rock with Sony, because Sony, to me, they're kind of nasty. They're not the kind of nasty. They are nasty. So now we could understand why Uncle Jim quote unquote retired. He retired because he was flying too much. It was because of all of this, how to say, upheaval in Sony. But let me hear what you think. I mean, Sony fans only got one AAA exclusive for the year, which is Spider-Man 2. Burning Shores was DLC. MLB The Show is a multi-plat. Horizon Call of the Mountain was tied to a peripheral. So only one AAA exclusive Sony had for the year. That says a lot about the leadership. But let me hear what you think. Do you think, nah, you guys are just capping and, this is just fake outrage. Sony will be okay. They will continue to dominate. They will continue to remain number one forever. Let me know in the comment sections below. But don't think the heartburn, the pain, and the cope is done, Sony fans, because recently Sony announced that, Spider-Man 2 is the fastest selling game for PlayStation of all time, making 2.5 million in sales just in 24 hours. Well, I just have one thing to say to you, Pony fans.
Because we recognize that we have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
So yes, this is another L for Sony, for their marketing team who did this. For the best part of 3 days, they would have put up this card claiming to sell 2.5 million. Really and truly, they didn't even sell anywhere close to that. According to Christopher Dring, hear what he said. There was some double checking or double counting of Spider-Man 2 physical sales in the UK charts this week, which means we're updated the story. It's now not the biggest PlayStation 5 launch of the year. Hogwarts Legacy is, and sales were lower than previously reported. Still well ahead of Mario. Yes? So that report was wrong. How did they get that wrong? Are you telling me that there are even bugs in those who are counting Spider-Man? There are bugs everywhere. This should be Sony's new theme song.
You're lying. Lie, lie. I even want to hear what you have to say. You're lying. That is a lie, lie. What do you just call that? La, la. Lie, 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 lie. Like a lion bites you out. Everything you only lying, lying. Oh God, you only lying, lying.
Like a lion bites Sony out. So many lies, so little time. So this is it. This is the story. Sony lied about the 2.5 million. It's not 2.5 million, and it's not the fastest game, and that is very clear. They will not retract it because it will not look good for optics. But let me hear what you think. Do you think that nothing is wrong with a little small lie? Nothing is wrong with, twisting the truth a little bit. Let me hear in the comment section below what you thought about that story. And finally, Microsoft has made a shake-up, as it were, with the Xbox leadership. Right now, Phil Spencer will continue to be as CEO of Xbox and the gaming division, while Sarah Bond will be the president. She will be head of the console division and head of the software division. What a promotion Sarah Bond has gotten here. We also saw a number of persons going down. Matt Booty would be in control of Bethesda and ZeniMax. So there's a number of different promotions happening right now in Microsoft to really make this whole Xbox experience even better. Now, why this is good news for any Microsoft or Xbox fan? Because Sarah Bond cares about the games.
Gaming, games, which brings me to the final and most important thing of all. games. Games. Gaming, game.
Remember that Sarah Bond was responsible for getting games onto Game Pass. So all the games that are on Game Pass currently, she would have built different relationship with all those companies, all those devs. So she is a juggernaut when it comes to leadership, getting things done, getting games. So this no doubt would have an effect on Microsoft as a brand. But we'll have to wait and see as to what this promotion does. We are seeing that Phil Spencer is being praised for this move all over the internet. Sarah Bond is being congratulated all over the internet. This is just good news. Let me hear what these sick ponies would say about Sarah Bond now. Let's wait and see. But let me hear what you think about all these stories today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.